So my first triathlon is finished. It was amazing. I almost drowned swimming, but my tire got punctured. So, about the race, all the things that I was afraid were gonna happen, happened. The swimming was horrible. I almost drowned. I had an issue with the tire. I was afraid I was gonna have an issue with the tire. I had the issue. But in the end, I was so lucky that everything was as it should. Everything ended up as it should have ended up. So now I'm gonna tell you how it went. So we made it on a family weekend. We all came to Kranjska Gora, Slovenia. Got an apartment, a house there, like a chalet, and from there, in the morning we made some French toast. That's my go-to breakfast for races. So we made some French toast, loaded everything to the car, and went to Bled. It's like 40 minutes from Kranjska Gora. And when we came to Kranjska Gora, when we came to Bled, we parked the car, assembled the bikes, and went to the transition zone, which was nearby. Everything was perfect. I pumped the tires to 4.5 bars. Everything was excellent. Took the numbers, changed, put on my tri-suit, and while waiting for the start, I went to do one warm-up lap, swimming, and I remembered everything, the rotations. I thought of everything, the stroke, the catch, everything. And we came to the start. 3 minutes to the start, a little adrenaline started going in me, and as we started, I saw that the kids in the front were pros, so I didn't even try to catch them. But the guys behind me and near me were like all my age group guys. And as we started swimming, after 2-3 minutes, I was out of breath. I couldn't breathe anymore. I thought I was gonna drown. The exact thing my trainer told me would happen, happened. I thought I was some Superman and I'm gonna do everything by the book, but I was alligator swimming. I didn't even know what I was doing. I just couldn't breathe anymore, so I saw a guy in front of me doing breaststroke, so I started doing that and breathing a bit more. And then after some time, after like a minute or two, I caught my breath and I started swimming freestyle again. And just as I was turning behind the buoy, a wave hit me. I lost my breath. I got some water inside. I started drowning again. Not literally, but that was the feeling. And then as I check out the view. And as I thought I was gonna drown again, I started breast swimming, and then after a minute or so I caught my breath again. I was on the limit to calling the paramedics to take me out of the water, but of course I didn't do that. And the last 100 meters I actually thought I swam quite good, but watching the videos wasn't that good. And then at the transition, that's the best feeling. You're in the zone. You don't care about anything around you. People are shouting your name. You don't care. Just in the zone. I put my socks on quickly, my shoes, and I jumped on the bike. And I did 3 circles. I actually rested on the bike quite well. and the bike did me good. I was okay for speed, but I could see I didn't have energy on the climbs. I didn't have the power I normally have. I think it's because of the throat infection. I think I've been carrying it for some time, and I wasn't my maximum. Even my Garmin, you know, when you start running or start an activity and then after a few minutes he tells you your performance condition. Well, mine was -4 for that day, and but still I didn't care about what Garmin said. I pushed my maximum, but it just didn't go. Like at 163 I was good, 167 I was not good. I couldn't perform. So yeah, I did the bike quite well considering everything. And after bike, but during the bike ride, yeah, that's not working. As I was riding, I started looking at my front tire, and I could see, like when you look at it like this, I could see it wasn't my tire. It had a different pattern on it. So I thought that maybe in the shop, because I had a flat week before, they changed the tire or something. But then I look at the hoods, and I saw there was something red on them. The hoods, they weren't mine either. So I started looking at the bike. Is it my bike? Maybe I took somebody else's bike. My mistake, but it wasn't that either. Everything else was mine. It was just the front wheel. And as I was coming to the transition for running, the guard told me that the race director was passing by my bike and the tire popped from the sun. Something happened, we don't know why. And it popped, the sun got the PSI higher and it popped. So he changed it quickly. He brought his bike, he took his wheel off and put it on my bike, and he gave me his wheel for the race, which was really kind because I was lucky. I was so afraid, like what will I do if I get a flat on a 10-kilometer ride. So yeah, I was really lucky for that. After that, I thought I was 1.5 kilometers in. Look at my watch, it was only 500 meters. Like, it's the running. After cycling, you get in the zone and you lose the perception. And then after that, I ran, I turned, I went back. I was really strong coming back. And my pace dropped, I was really, really strong. Even the downhill parts, I was really going strong. And then, when I entered the goal, my time was pretty good for what I was expecting and how I was feeling. I'm actually satisfied. I'm not satisfied, but I think it gave me the motivation to start serious training on triathlons for the sprint in the spring and the Olympic spring, summer. I think I'm gonna start serious training, and that's why I did the diagnostics. But about that, you will hear further about the lab and the spirometry, the thing with the mask where they determine your VO2 max properly and your zones. Yeah. That's following.